Hey guys, this is Tealus here with another Warlords of Draenor beta video. Currently, I am in Ashran, which is the new world PvP kind of playground that Blizzard has implemented in Warlords of Draenor. It is where most of their PvP resources are being focused. And this is going to be the first of several videos explaining everything you need to know about Ashran, all the ins and outs of Ashran, the special things you can do in Ashran, and basically you'll be able to look at these videos and you'll know exactly what's going to be going on in Ashran. This first video is going to be focusing on the basics of Ashran, the Ashran battle, and the main component to Ashran, that is the Road of Glory. So, what is Ashran? Ashran is intended to be a constant back and forth battle between the Alliance and the Horde. This is supposed to emulate, in a way, the old Alterac Valley vanilla that the battles took forever. Like you could do Alterac Valley in the morning, and then you would go to work, and then you would come back, and the same Alterac Valley was still going on by the time you got back. That is the entire purpose of the Ashran battle, is to have a continuously, a continuous battle between the Horde and Alliance. It's not like Tolbarad or Wintergrass where the battle happens, every 2 hours or so. This is always going on. You can always queue up for Ashran and go into battle. So, it's also meant to be like the old Hillsbrad, in the fact that it is, that Terra Mill, South Shore, constant back and forth battle that used to happen before BGs were even introduced into the game. So, it basically takes the best elements of both of those, meshes them all into one, and then you have Ashran, the battle. So, the main objective of Ashran is to, like Alterac Valley, get to the opposing faction's base and kill the faction leader. This is not done easy. This is not an easy task. This is not like, in Alterac Valley where people kind of, ignore each other and then they PvE either way all the way up to the bosses. You actually are going to have to fight through the Horde or Alliance to actually get to that faction leader. The entire Road of Glory is a choke point with very little, movement between, what's in front of you. You cannot kind of route the enemy if you want to. As you can see in front of me, the Road of Glory, the edge is here, and then the other edge is right here. You do not have much room to move around on the Road of Glory to try and bypass your opponent. And there are mechanics in game to prevent this. So, first, before we get into the actual dynamic and the actual construction of the Road of Glory, let me explain how the battle will operate. The battle operates on a reinforcement system right here. As you can see up top, we have around 177 reinforcements, while the Horde have 130 and dropping. The reinforcements start off at 300, and will progressively go down as you kill players. Now, each player in Ashran will deal a certain amount of reinforcement damage to your count. If you kill an NPC, such as down here below, you can see we have 3 NPCs going around. Those NPCs, each one of them will count as -1 reinforcement. If you kill a player, it counts as -5 reinforcements. And if you kill a hero or a captain that has entered the battle, those are worth 10 reinforcements. And then the battle ticker the reinforcements go all the way down to 0. And then when one side reaches 0, the game will pause, so to say. It won't literally pause, like pressing a pause button in a console game or whatever. It's like a respite. The battle will continue, but no reinforcements will be lost. A 30-second timer will appear, and when that 30-second timer is over, the battle will begin anew with 300 reinforcements. So it continually keeps moving. But once you hit 0 reinforcements, one side hits 0 reinforcements, the battle will stop. So to say, the reinforcements will stop. The reinforcements will stop. The battle will continue. The reinforcements will stop. 30-second, kind of reset, and then the battle will continue again with a full 300 reinforcements for both sides. So, what's the point of having that, go down to 0 and, oh, the Horde or the Alliance won this section of the battle, now let's continue on? Well, it deals with the Road of Glory, and so this is where I need to explain the actual construction of the Road of Glory. Right now I'm overlooking the Road of Glory, and I'm going to open up my minimap so you can see exactly what the Road of Glory is. First of all, just to give you a little bit depth, because you're not in game, you don't know how big it is, the Road of Glory is roughly 46 to 47% the length of AV. That means what I did is I ran from the gate of Frostwolf Keep, really close to where the Frostwolf Graveyard is, where you exit Frostwolf Keep. I ran from Frostwolf Keep all the way to Doom Baldar, right before the bridge, and I timed it, and the distance it takes to that is roughly about twice the distance it takes to go from the very beginning of Warspear, running the entire length of the Road of Glory, to here. Now, is that a size concern? We really have not had Ashran maxed out player count wise to know for sure, and you also don't know how many people will be in tertiary objectives on the side here. But as far as the battle is concerned, it's pretty lengthy. So the Road of Glory is this long linear line that goes through the center. Unlike Altag Valley, as I said, you cannot, kind of weasel your way around. You have to go down this path, and you have to fight down your path. And they have mechanics in place to make sure that you fight down that path. The Road of Glory has 5 points. It's a linear line basically with 5 points. The first point is here with the Alliance Tower that I'm currently standing on. The second point is the Alliance Valley in front of the tower. The third is the middle point of Ashran. The fourth is the valley below the Horde Tower. And then the fifth point is the tower up top where the Horde Tower is. So you can see it visually. This is the Alliance first point down here. You can see those rocks down here. That is the first point. The second point are the rocks right there. The third point is right in the center there. There's a little bit of rocks. There is a mirror of this over on the Horde side, and there are rocks right there. And then the Horde Tower over there is the last point on this line. So, how does this interact with the reinforcements on the ticker, so to say? Well, as I said before, the reinforcements will reset the battle and start things over. And it's intended to be a constant back and forth movement. So there are 5 points on this line, and these 5 nodes act like an Eye of the Storm node, in which you go to them and a ticker appears and you try and capture it based on how many people you have. We will try and go down and see if we can see this ticker. The Horde are definitely making a push at the moment, as we are losing reinforcements rapidly as opposed to what we were before. As you can see in the distance, there is a Horde flag on this point right here. That is the only contested point at the moment. There is no fighting any other point at the moment. There is only one point for this battle right here that is currently happening with these 300 reinforcements on each side. That is so that you cannot, go around on the outside and try and capture a point in the back and, mess everything up. It is intended to be a back and forth movement that constantly happens, and that is going to be they want to prevent you from trying to reroute and change that fact. So when this battle ends, when the Alliance forcemen reach 0, this flag will become Horde territory, and the new point will move up the linear line to right here, and then the Horde will try and capture this point on the line. So when we hit 11, the bottom of the reinforcements here, you will see the 30 seconds pop up. You will see that the battle continues, and then everything will continue as in. You saw the -5 reinforcements for the player death right there. So the Horde have won this stage of the battle. This flag disappears. This becomes a Horde node, And when this battle restarts, the flag will appear here. And that is where the new battle of the Road of Glory will happen. Now, if it's not taken either way, you do have a possibility, so to say, if you can work your way around through the tertiary objectives around behind the battle and fight here, you could, try and take it from behind them. But the whole point of the Road of Glory not being quite as long as the old Alterac Valley is so that you can't run behind someone and do that, because if you stretch the objectives out that far, you're able to do that. It's intended to be one singular battle that you have to grind your way across to actually win. And if they were to stretch that out, that would make their problem. As you can see right here, I'm on top of this flag that appeared at the new battle with 300 reinforcements on the Horde, 300 reinforcements on the Alliance. We've already had 3 people die. And you can see the ticker here on the right hand side, just like Eye of the Storm, and it's moving up towards the Alliance and, towards our capture point. If this battle ends and it is still in Alliance control, the point will move back over to this node, the Valley of the Horde in front of their towers, and we will have to fight them there. However, if the Horde succeed in capturing this point, the node will then move all the way back to this point over here, and the Alliance will have to fight them back over at closer to our base. That is how Ashran works. The reinforcements are there to move the linear line backwards and forwards to try and shift the tide of the battle. Other than that, that is basically everything you need to know about the Road of Glory and the basics of the Ashran battle. There are a couple of, things you should know. If, say, the Horde are able to push us all the way back to Storm Shield and are able to capture this final point with the tower, they will begin the assault on Storm Shield. And the ultimate goal, as I said at the very beginning, is to, kill the captains that are in the Storm Shield or War Spear, very much like Alterac Valley. Once they've captured this point right here at the Alliance base, of the Alliance tower, they're able to push up into Storm Shield and attempt to kill our captain. And if they're unable to kill our captain, then there is an Alliance assault period that kind of buffs our players and PCs for the next 300 reinforcement match to allow us to push out, grab that flag, and eventually push our way back across the map. They have mechanics designed in place so that this back and forth battle will constantly happen, and it's not going to be farming someone at someone's base for eternity. They have a protected graveyard, etc. Other than that, the only other thing you should know about Ashran is the fact that there are tertiary objectives that I will get to in a different video. And these tertiary objectives, the entire point of them is to help your progress in the central battle of the Road of Glory. So you can go into the Molten Quarry down here and attempt to get something that will help your battle across the way. There are also things in Storm Shield and War Spear that you can acquire to attempt to sway the battle in your direction. The only other thing that I will mention in terms of reinforcements is the fact that once you have hit the 200 mark and the 100 mark of reinforcements, you will gain a captain to try and help you in your battle. As you can see right here, Mindbender Talbadar has appeared right when the reinforcements of the Horde hit 200. And so now we are trying to, burn him down so that he is, he doesn't, the Horde do not have the opportunity to use him to, I guess, go against us, to push underneath him as a captain. So that is the only other thing that I will mention in regards to reinforcements. They are minus the higher captain that I mentioned earlier that gave minus 10 reinforcements. That is what I was in reference to. It looks like we are going to possibly win this battle, and as such, the flag will move from here all the way to the next point, and that is how the back and forth battle occurs. In the other videos, I will discuss how you can I will discuss at length how you can, use the tertiary objectives to your advantage, use Storm Shield and War Spear to your advantage, everything pertaining to the game that you will need to know in Ashran. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Tearless out.